Everyone, we hope you had a good lunch before this. We're the team from HOAP, and we're hopeful for the future of youth mental health. Now, HOAP stands for the Help Over Alexa platform. We'll be getting into this later on, but just remember that acronym because we're going to be covering it a few times in our presentation. This is our wonderful team who we've worked with today and for the last week at Y2 and outside of Y2. And I'd just like to extend a great thank you to everyone who's helped us. Now, we believe ourselves to be the present of artificial intelligence and the future of health consultation. I'm going to give it to my partner, William, to explain.
All right, so now here are our main problems. So around 34% of youth experience moderate or an intense level of chronic stress. And 40% of people who actually experience depression or experience anxiety don't actually go for professional help. And out of the millions of suicides that happen per year, 90% of those could have been preventable with the proper treatment and with the proper education. So it's suffice to say that there are three main problems. The first is that depression is a prevalent problem among youth. And the second is that there are a lot of barriers that prevent people from looking for professional help. And the third is that even if these people have therapists, those people are not always there for them whenever they need them. So the solution that we present to you today is going to be HOAP, which stands for Help Over Alexa platform. And what it basically is, it's a robot that makes you feel better. That's the short summary. The long summary is that it basically acts as your support system. Basically what it does is that it integrates itself into your support network and it learns about you through talking with you every day, and it actually suggests the best course of action you can take to cope with your mental illness on a day-by-day basis. And more importantly, what it does is that it encourages you to go out there and reach out to support networks and to break the barriers that prevent you from getting a therapist and from getting professional help, such as the cost or such as a problem as simply thinking that your illness is not worth going to a professional for. So now we have a video right here that demonstrates exactly how it works.
All right, HOAP, introduce yourself.
Hello, White, my name is HOAP.
HOAP, I'm really not feeling that great.
On scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling?
I'm at like a 7.
Oh, that's all right. Would you like me to play your favorite song?
Yeah, HOAP, I think I'd really like that.
Maps by Maroon 5 from Spotify. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling now?
That song helped, but not much. I think I'm at a 5 now.
That's all right. I recommend some coloring.
I'm still not feeling well, HOAP.
Would you like me to contact your healthcare provider?
Yes, HOAP, that'd be perfect. Just pick the nearest doctor in your database.
All right, calling Dr. Phil now.
All right, so as you can see, of course, it didn't actually call Dr. Phil in our example. We couldn't get in contact with him for this event, you know. He's a busy man.
All right, so now that we talked about what HOAP does, why is HOAP the best solution in the mental illness problem? Well, we have 4 things that we want you to take note. The first is accessibility. So HOAP will always be there for you, and it will give you a non-judgmental opinion, and will listen to you unbiasedly. And we see that this is an important factor when choosing a therapist, so people are comfortable talking with it. The second is how customizable it is. So it will basically talk to you on a day-by-day basis, and it will learn, and it will adjust based on this. The third is how proactive it is. And what it does is that it listens to it makes inferences about your mood, and it listens to how you speak, and it can actually detect whether or not you have suicidal thoughts or whether or not you're going down a down spiral and act accordingly, whether that is calling 911 or whether that is contacting your therapist when it detects that it is not working. And the final part is going to be how accurate it is. It's going to have access to a database of data from other HOAPs, and it will improve its technology the more it's in the market.
All right, so we're going to continue on with our business analysis and our market analysis. So, can you just press off? Press off. Yeah, just press off. All right, so over 90% of people we surveyed, which is approximately 1,100 people, said that they would benefit from HOAP. For some background magic, HOAP is based on the AWS Lambda platform, which in simple sense means you can build once and deploy on multiple places, which means your HOAP can be connected in your refrigerators, smartwatches, clothes, and even your cars. Then we have our business model. We are based on a subscription-based model where our customer are not the people. Our customers are advertisers who want to advertise their medical services through our platform. Our consumers are people aged 14 to 65 who possess a microphone-capable device. For them, our solution is free. Our subscription base is potentially 400,000 people, and our cost for advertising packages is as follows. We offer a penetration pricing model, which means it's cheaper for the first 10,000 people who purchase so that we can penetrate our market. Based on an average cost of $2.40 per lead, which Smile More Marketing, a company based out of Vaughan, gave us, we are looking at a 2% conversion rate in our first year. After this, customer validation, we went out and we spoke to people. 13 out of 15 medical professionals we spoke to said that they'd love HOAP. They'd give it to their clients. 6 out of 6 guidance counselors we spoke to said they'd benefit from HOAP, and their students would benefit. One of them specifically came to us and spoke to us how they could integrate it into their special needs classrooms. 55 out of 57 paid professionals asked to provide their unbiased opinion, told us that they would rate us at equal or above the competition. And 273 out of 300 students at our high school said that they would benefit from HOAP as someone to speak to. We ranked HOAP on our competitor analysis. We asked 60 people approximately, and HOAP was the most effective and the cheapest. Our next competitor, the Lantern app, costs $375 per year. Product design in Y2. See this blank page? That's how simple it is to get HOAP set up and to start. That's why we'd like all of you to invite it in the near future. Potential growth. In the future, we want our technology to be cognitive, which means we want to learn. We want our platform to learn from what other people have said and use the platform for, and to reanalyze situations. We want it to know what you're going to say before it says it. So we want to analyze big data. And we want our technology to reduce the burden on emergency rooms. Right now, emergency rooms look busy like this, and we want to clear it up. So we'd like to thank you for your time and everyone at Y2, and we'd like to say that HOAP is the artificial intelligence health consultation platform of the future. That's a mouthful, but we hope you like it. I'd like to call upon my team to help me answer some questions.
Great job, guys. Very interesting and certainly innovative. Couple of things you want to actually consider is the use of AI in terms of treating a human being for a mental health issue. There is very little science around that at the moment, and so the absence of human interaction in dealing with patients who are incapacitated mentally, whether it's stress, anxiety, or depression, could actually cause more problems than it would solve. Secondly, the one piece that's missing, so I mean, this would be a nice to have for patients who are clinically depressed, I suppose, is the actual diagnosis. Who's going to diagnose a patient? Who's going to determine what the specific treatment plan, because not all patients are the same, and it's pretty easy to speak to a piece of AI. It's not going to solve the problem for you. And then the other issue around your revenue model is, I don't think you can advertise directly to patients.
So, of course, our goal primarily was we don't want to solve the role of therapists, psychiatrists, and doctors. We just want to be a bridge in between them so that before you're even going to one of these people, you can speak with HOAP. It's not just for mental illness people. It's also if you want to stay healthy, stay positive in your lifestyle. So it's just it's a step before that.
Just a quick follow-up. Did you do any investigation in Ontario or in Canada for the regulations around using a technological intermediary? Or not for the advertising, to use a technological platform to connect people with mental health providers or even speaking to doctors and stuff like that?
Yeah,
So there were a few things that we did. We spoke with medical professionals who said that they would appreciate the platform, but that's not answering your question. We did speak with a law firm, which we conferred about how legal it would be for us to get consultations through the platform. They said that as long as we don't extend our support, as long as we don't become a medical care provider as a whole, but rather just a means of communication in between the therapist and the user, it could stay in the means of the Ontario regulations.
We also spoke with someone from the legal department at the Ministry of Health in Ontario to confirm that we are able to have companies paid to be listed on the platform. So yeah, we did cover that. I hope that answers your question.
So I've got a couple things. One is you're targeted to the Alexa platform. There are other platforms, and some things aren't available in Canada yet. And the other is your unique value proposition would be the algorithm, not the technology itself. And so what is the time to market, and how are you going to keep the barrier to entry high so you don't get competitors?
We have a couple unique value propositions, one of which is the algorithm for finding the best strategy to help the consumer. Another is also that it is done on Alexa, which allows it to be voice commanded, which based on the survey results, a lot of people said when they're struggling when they're stressed or depressed, they don't want to open up an app. They'd rather something they can speak with. In terms of the go-to-market,
Well, we have a few oh, sorry, the time's up. So if you'd like, we can get your contact information and we can get back to you on that.